It took about 100 hours for Boston's terrorism task force to crack the bombing case. It turned out that the critical evidence had been collected before the first bomb went off. In an interview for 60 Minutes, we talked about that with former FBI Executive Assistant Director Stephanie Douglas and Rick DeLaurier, who was special agent in charge of Boston. They told us about the wealth of surveillance video that painted a picture of the crime. Was there a eureka moment in terms of the video? At some point somebody said, "Hey boss, have a look at this"?
Yes, there was. It was, I believe, a Wednesday morning, and we watched that video hundreds and hundreds of times.
You can see an individual, a tall man wearing a white ball cap, walk into the frame. He has a backpack slung over one of his shoulders. He puts the backpack down very nonchalantly. He joins the crowd. You clearly see everybody look very, very definitely to the left, like they've heard something, they've seen something, so you know that first blast has gone off. He does not do that. He does not do what everybody else in that video does. He does not turn to his left. He instead just stands there for a second or two and walks very deliberately back the same direction that he came in.
The Eureka video hasn't been seen by the public. It is being kept for the trial. But this still photo shows much the same view of the suspect and the people who would be torn apart by the blast. Let me ask you to describe what you see in that picture.
I see the subject, the individual who has been charged in the investigation, and I see people who were grievously injured in that blast, and I see individuals who died in that blast.
The people along the fence line there?
Several of them, yes.
I believe I see his backpack on the ground, and then I see one of the people that was killed as a result of that bomb.
Do you know their name?
This is Martin Richard.
Martin Richard was 8 years old. His 7-year-old sister Jane lost a leg. Their father Bill suffered hearing damage from the bomb in the backpack laid at their feet. Only 2 days had passed. Now they were looking for every image of the suspect they called White Hat. Massachusetts State Police analysts found him with a man in a black hat. Which turned out to be his older brother.
Yes.
Now you have the Tsarnaev brothers.
Yes.
But they didn't yet know their identities. Once the suspects' pictures were released to the public, they fled. Now the surviving suspect, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, faces a federal trial and possible death penalty.